Hello, Jim Jordan here, and today we're going to be talking about your mission statement or your vision for your business. This is a very important part of the business planning process because it's going to give you a sense of direction of where you're going with your business. It needs to contain some of these items here. It's going to be the focus of your business. Where are you going to focus your effort? There's lots of different directions that you can take. This is going to determine the direction that your business is taking. It's going to give you a sense of purpose so that when you wake up every day, you know what you're doing. You can hit the ground running because you've got a sense of purpose. You know what you're doing on a daily basis. And it's a measure of your values and your dreams. It needs to be an expression of that. What would your ideal business look like? And finally, it's a moral and ethical guide to operating your business. What are the things that are important to you from a moral and ethical perspective? Now, as you're putting together this mission statement, this vision for what your business is going to be, it needs to be relatively short. Just a sentence or two is all that's needed for a mission statement. If it's too long, you won't remember the mission statement and it really won't have any value to you. So keep it short. And then put it somewhere where you'll see it on a daily basis. Maybe make it the background for your computer screen so that when you open your computer up, your laptop, it pops up on the screen. Or maybe put it on your mirror in the restroom. Then you can go in there and when you're getting ready for work, you'll see your mission statement there. And that will remind you of what you're doing in your business. Now, let me give you some sample mission statements. First of all, my mission statement for my personal business. I'm a real estate brokerage, and so my mission is to reach out to real estate agents and provide them brokerage services. So for 2019, here's my mission statement. We are entrepreneurs seeking to mutually grow our businesses and provide our clients with a world-class real estate experience. So that is my mission for Realty World Indy for 2019. You might have a similar mission statement for your real estate business. It might be, my mission is to make a difference in my clients' lives by helping them have a world-class real estate experience. You might say something like this: I'm going to help my clients get more money. I'm going to help my clients get more money for their house when they sell, more house for their money when they buy, and more return on their investment when they invest. So that could be a sample mission statement. Now that's very basic, very simple mission statement. Now, you can make the mission statement more specific by adding a focus. So let's say, for instance, that you're going to focus on millennials in the coming year. You might modify the statement to say, I'm going to make a difference in millennials' lives by helping them have a world-class real estate experience. And so that would focus that just a little bit more by saying that you're focusing on millennials, or you might be focusing on move-up buyers, or you might be focusing on seniors that are maybe downsizing buyers. So decide where your focus is going to be, and you might include that as part of your mission statement. Now, the thing that supports a mission statement are values. And so I want to talk a little bit about the values that are going to support your mission statement and just give you a sample of some things that might be your values. And again, you have to determine these things for yourself. They may not be my values, but you need to have your values. So for instance, one value might be that I'm going to return all calls promptly. So if I get a call and I can't take it, then I'm going to return that call within an hour, or I'm going to return that call within 30 minutes. You need to have a value there. How prompt are you going to be in returning your calls? Always maintain a positive, helpful attitude. You know, in a real estate business, sometimes it can get a little grim, And but it helps if you maintain a positive and a helpful attitude for your clients. Here's some other values you might think about. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. How often have you heard that? And yet that's a great value to add to your mission statement to support the mission that you're doing. Maintain the highest ethical standards. Now, the Rotary International has what they call the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And fourth, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And so those are some of the tests that we can apply to our real estate transactions as a value. So that gives you maybe an ethical value. How about giving sellers their money's worth? They're paying a lot of money for you to sell their home, and what kind of services do they get in return for that? Do they just get a listing in the BLC and some pictures, and that's basically all they get? Do they get more? What kind of marketing are you going to do for them? How are you going to help them through the process? Are you going to report back to them throughout the process of what you're doing to help get their home sold? So those are some things that you might talk about. Be available to your buyers. When you have buyers, they have lots of questions. Make sure that you send the message to them that you want to answer their questions for them. Maybe have a value of educating buyers and sellers. You do real estate transactions every day. And buyers may only do it, this may be the first time they've ever done it. Or a seller might be the first time they've ever done it, or they've done it maybe twice in their lifetime. And so they're not as experienced as you are. So you can educate them in the process, help them understand with your experience. You can pass that experience on to them and help them have a better real estate transaction. You can provide useful information throughout the transaction process. It doesn't just stop when you get an accepted purchase agreement. Now there's an inspection to get through, both from the buyer and seller perspective. Help them through that process. There's an appraisal to get through. Help them through that process. If they're a buyer, there's the financing process to get through. Help them get through those processes and provide useful information throughout that whole course of the sale, right up to closing, and maybe even beyond closing. So keep that in mind. That could be a value. Use technology to streamline the transaction. At Realty World Indy, we have the Tech Pack available to you. And there's DocuSign digital transaction rooms. This can help keep your transactions online, gives you one central location for all the information about the transaction. And you can even have checklists that will keep you on track, making sure things don't fall through the cracks, and making sure that you get the transaction done in a smooth process and streamlined. You can follow a system, have a system for buyers and sellers. Put together checklists of things that you want to do to get them through that process. This can be a great way to help buyers and sellers. Say what you mean what you say. How good is your word? In the old days, they didn't even write contracts. And now we have an 8-page purchase agreement. So you want that balance there of making sure you mean what you say and then say what you mean. Always treat cooperating agents with respect. There are good agents and there are bad agents in this business, but I guarantee you, if you treat another agent with respect and with courtesy, they're much more likely to treat you with respect and courtesy. And that just makes the transaction go so much more smoothly. And that has an impact on the customers on both sides. The smoother the transaction goes, the more happy they will be with their agent. And so if you can help the other agent, the cooperating agent, look good in their client's eyes, and they can help you make you look good in your client's eyes. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Is keep treat them with respect. And there's lots of other values I'm sure that you could think of that you could put into your support for your mission statement. Now, these values aren't the mission statement itself. They support the mission statement. So the mission statement is short, maybe a sentence or two or three, something that you can easily remember and recite to somebody. If somebody asks you, what's your mission, you should be able to talk about what your mission is. Then the values are what supports that. So you make a list of those, and again, you could post those values in the same location where you post your mission statement. So in summary, your mission statement is the vision for your business. It gives you focus. It's going to give you direction in your business. It's going to give you a sense of purpose in what you're doing on a daily basis. It's a measure of your values and your dreams, and it's a moral and ethical guide to operating your business. So these are the important things that make up a mission statement, and wish you the best of luck in making your mission statement. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.